Unsuccessful effort against Te Kaha. Just can't keep his mouth closed for the entire match, for the entire entrance of that man. But yeah, Te Kaha took him down, beat him in his re-debut. It looks like Lance Adams will be trying to make a statement to the fans with a guy as popular and as talented and as well-traveled as Bobby Wisheart.
To introduce ourselves correctly, from Pembroke, Wales, by way of beautiful St Heliers, being accompanied to the ring by the lass from Leeds, Victoria Ryan. This is the Fabulance. Lance, you're a terrible match there. This is the Fabulance. Lance Adams.
Lance, they're never known a microphone he doesn't love. Loves the sound of his own voice.
And his opponent,
devious, he is still vicious, and he is more than capable of taking shortcuts in the ring. Bobby Wisheart's going to have his work cut out for him today, and I guess both of these men are going to have their work cut out from him. Looks like Lance doesn't want to get in the ring there, not quite prepared.
Get my good side.
What on earth Lance is playing out here, trying to, as I said, the man is devious, the man is manipulative, really trying to get into the head of Bobby Wisheart, trying to manipulate Bobby, forcing the referee to open the ropes and then not going through them. It's classic Lance Adams, but I tell you what, the referee's probably not someone you want to get offside. See Bobby Wisheart, clearly the crowd favourite. Potentially, I guess, maybe the more experienced man with the amount of work the man puts in week on week. See there straight away locking Lance into the top wrist lock. Trying to use some dirty tactics there, but a little bit of experience there, breaking the hold for Bobby, locking in a bit of a front face lock. Bobby looking into a headlock his own. As I said, Bobby has a lot more road miles on him. He travels all the time. He's constantly wrestling. His instincts are going to be on point, whereas Lance might be a little bit slower. He might be needing to rely on some of those devious tactics that he normally uses. And there we see Bobby expertly escaping out of that hold straight back. Transitioning from the top wrist lock straight to the headlock. As much as Lance likes to talk about how he's a technical wizard, I think Bobby's showing him up a little bit. Lance straight away with a clothesline. And right back to that headlock. Bobby is playing around at this point. You can hear the crowd firmly behind Bobby Wisheart as Lance is trying to figure his way out of this. Shoot Bobby off the ropes, but again, straight back to the hold. Again, looking to shoot off the ropes. Bobby again. Dropping to one knee, and that cuts off that momentum where normally you'd be able to shove your opponent off. Cuts that momentum off, makes it a lot harder. Lance pulling the hair of Bobby Wisheart, finally breaking the hold. Again going for another clothesline. Bobby is far too fast. Oh, and a crossbody straight through Lance Adams, going for the pin. Referee might have been out of position there. I think Lance's left shoulder was up, but Lance scrabbling his way to the ropes. And the faster Bobby Wisheart arm dragging Lance Adams one side of the ring to the other. Lance is discombobulated, and here comes Bobby with a big splash. I talked about Lance sending a bit of a message there at the beginning of the match by playing around. It's now looking like Bobby is sending that message straight back to Lance. 10 blows to the top of the head. Lance looks out of it. Bobby Wisheart getting the big slam on Lance there. Oh, and what was that disgusting there from Victoria Ryan. Victoria Ryan there, grabbing the feet of Bobby Wisheart. Lance straight back on the attacks with those vicious strikes to the back of the head. Kicking Bobby down. Lining Bobby Wisheart up for, a big jumping clothesline. And Lance now, he's feeling something. He's going straight back on the attack, wrenching back that squeezing the trapezoid muscle of Bobby there, and keeping that left arm firmly in control. That shoots pain down the left side of your arm, and if your arm's in a weird position, it's going to make it very painful. Bobby straight out of that, couple of strikes. And Bobby ankle, going straight for the ankle of Bobby, straight back for that left arm. As I said, Lance likes to consider himself a bit of a technical wizard. He's gone straight back to the left arm of Bobby Wisheart. And Bobby there talking some, trying to fight his way back out, using the crowd's cheers. But Bobby driven straight back into the corner by Lance, but firing straight back up. Big clothesline on Adams. Second big clothesline on Adams. Adams is reeling. Bobby looks like he's getting straight back into this match. He's firing up.
Let's go!
I said the much more energetic Bobby Wisheart. Going for a pin off the suplex. Lance barely rolling his shoulder up. You can see Lance there. Oh, and a big leg drop right across the chest of Adams. Looks like he was still trying to recover from that suplex. Didn't see that leg drop coming. You can see there clutching his jaw. Bobby here setting up for something big. I don't know if Lance knows that Bobby's right there. He certainly does now. Lance up on the shoulders of Bobby Wisheart. Hitting, the TKO. And Bobby has used this move time and time again to win matches, but Lance, I don't know if that was instinct, I don't know if that was the momentum from the move, but he rolled out from under the bottom rope. And that might have saved him. We could have seen the match over at this point, but Victoria Ryan again trying to get involved in this match, and again Lance Adams straight back on the attack. I don't know if they was baiting Bobby in, I don't know if that was a plan, but Victoria again, paying dividends for Adams, causing a little bit of a distraction there. And I think I might have seen dragging Bobby out. Adams straight back into the attack with that left arm. Oh, vicious arm breaker across the shoulder. Using those educated feet. And an arm breaker. Lance checking with the referee. Looks like maybe he thought that should have been a 3 count. You see Lance stalking his opponent. Stalking Bobby Wisheart. And this is when the downfall of Lance Adams always happens. Doesn't stay on his opponent. He's cocky. Has to gas bag with the audience before he goes back on the attack. And it gives your opponent time to recover. And time to recover. Here it is, Bobby again reversing the Irish whip and following up the big splash of his own. A back elbow. Bobby Wisheart again firing up. Lance is struggling to keep Bobby down. Again, another big and a monkey flip. Monkey flip to Lance Adams, who's clutching his back. Bobby looking to fire up again in the corner. Oh, and runs into a big boot from Adams. He's calling for something big. Looks like Bobby trying to use the momentum. Lance looked like he tried to block it. Going for another TKO here. What is... Again, Victoria on the apron. What is she doing? Distracting the referee, pulling Lance off Bobby's shoulders. Oh my God. Disgusting tactic there from Lance Adams. A low blow on a Bobby Wisheart, baiting in Bobby Wisheart with the referees distracted. This is basically a handicap match. And what's Adams locking in here? Looks like a modified Dragon Sleeper, something he's talked about in the past. Calls this the Red Dragon Sleeper. It looks like Bobby's trying to fight out of it. But it looks like he's fading. Bobby, fight back. Come on, fight back, Bobby. Looks like the referee might have just seen some light. He's calling it. And it's worth noting, Bobby did not tap out. Bobby did not tap out or give up another hold. He passed out, unfortunately. Looks like Bobby's body gave up.
And your winner, Lance Adams.
Looks like Lance and Victoria almost surprised by that. But Bobby Wisheart, he needs to be, he should not be ashamed of that loss. Bobby had Lance at several points during that match, but Victoria Ryan, the Queen of Fear as she calls herself, paying dividends being up on the side of Lance Adams. Lance celebrating again. Looks like Lance yelling at the announcer again. He's former ring announcer himself. He loves, as I said, he's never met a microphone he doesn't love.
And here is your winner, the fabulous Lance Adams.
But if it wasn't for Victoria Ryan, Lance Adams would have been beaten several times throughout that match. The disrespect there from Lance towards Bobby was idiot Lance. Too bad he didn't fall over and smack his head over. Disappointment there on Bobby Wisheart.
With a 20-minute time remaining, introducing first. From the bottom of the abyss, this is Charybdis!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a man that we have not seen for some time. Charybdis made his return to the Hughes Academy ring in a Hughes Academy Rumble a few months ago. An interesting standoff with his opponent tonight, former tag team champion of his opponent. As the Tanning for Atrocities, Charybdis and the tag team divisions across New Zealand. And we never got to see them face off against each other. This is our first opportunity. And what an opportunity. A new Charybdis.
And his opponent.
And a new this man.
Representing the lands of Murtagh.
Much more well-seasoned young man, but still just as vicious and just as violent as what he needs to be. Headbutts just as hard as he always is. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this match will not be for the faint of heart. Some absolute hosses. These guys throw some massive strikes, some massive headbutts. They are both vicious and violent men, and here you can see standing across the ring there, trying to maybe get in each other's head. Bit of a lock up there, trying to see who's the stronger man. Te Kaha pushing back against Charybdis. Charybdis pushing back. It looks like neither men want to give. Oh, but Charybdis straight away sending a message straight to Te Kaha, straight to his jaw with that slap. And we talk about strikes. Te Kaha is not taking that disrespect lying down. Massive forearm to the jaw of Charybdis, and that did not faze Charybdis one bit. And very early on, these two men going straight for the brutal, heavy strikes against each other. Te Kaha maybe sensing he might have gotten the worst end of that one, and shutting down Charybdis straight away with a headlock. But again, Te Kaha running into Charybdis. Both of these men so equally matched with power, so equally matched with violence. I'm not sure who's got the one-upmanship on this one. Maybe Te Kaha. I mean, he's got a little bit more ring time lately. He's won matches lately. He's got momentum, whereas Charybdis must be feeling his feet again, looking like a big, going for an early chokeslam there, but Te Kaha shutting that down. Getting a quick splash on Charybdis. Barely even phased Charybdis, who went straight away to the midsection of Te Kaha. And look at that, lifting a man the size of Te Kaha with ease and delivering such a sidewalk slam there from Charybdis. But a kick out at just at one. Going to do a lot more damage to a man like Te Kaha to put him down. I tell you what, if one man's going to be able to do it, it's Charybdis. Oh, that was not pretty, but it doesn't have to be pretty to be effective. So referee Matt there thought we were going for a cover, but Charybdis. Charybdis, you've got to be careful. I mean, these close hand strikes, that's going to get you disqualified, but if you shove the referee like that, I get it, the adrenaline's pumping, the blood's up, but you need to be careful. And Matt laying down the law at Charybdis. And while it might be so tempting to break the rules with a referee, getting admonished by Matt just gave Te Kaha a little bit of time to recover, although not enough time. Charybdis following up straight away with a tackle and another one of those disrespectful slaps to the face of Te Kaha. And again, what a... Oof. What a hell of a right hand across the jaw of Te Kaha. Te Kaha looks stunned. Again, lining up for a big shot. Oh, Te Kaha saw that coming. Massive headbutt. Normally that headbutt meant, ladies and gentlemen, two of them. Normally one of these headbutts would put a man down and probably out of the match. Charybdis surviving two headbutts and a big super kick before he left his feet. Two of Te Kaha's headbutts and a super kick would put down a lesser man to like the count of 12, let alone a 3 count. But Charybdis kicking out just over the 2 count. Te Kaha here looking for his spinning neckbreaker that he's been utilizing to great effect lately. Charybdis has clearly done his scouting. As I said, these two men know each other so well. Delivering the big chokeslam, that has got to be it. Charybdis a little bit slow there, following up with a cover. But what a kick out. And maybe that split second Charybdis took there to reset himself before going in for the cover. That might have been all that Te Kaha needed. I can't fathom another man kicking out of a chokeslam. But then again, in saying that, we just saw Charybdis kick out of two of Te Kaha's headbutts in a super kick. So these two men, they are on another level. And again, Charybdis, the disrespect for Te Kaha just looks like it's firing Kaha up. Te Kaha standing his ground against Charybdis. These two former friends. What Charybdis whispered there to Te Kaha, but it clearly fired up Te Kaha in a big way. And maybe that's exactly what Charybdis was looking for. Te Kaha countering out or whatever Charybdis had in mind there, locking in this sleeper hold that he's used to great effect. I believe he calls this the Maui's hook. And Charybdis looks out of it. What a close fought victory. What a close match between these two absolute behemoths. The Te Kaha, maybe the little bit more ring time lately.
And your winner, Te Kaha.
That Te Kaha maybe a little.
With a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing the Divine Light, this is James Shaw.
And what a match we have for you tonight. James Shaw and Joseph Kruz. James Shaw is, I'm sure many audiences around New Zealand and potentially around the world as well, they're very well aware of this man. Absolute veteran of New Zealand scene, possibly one of the longest running wrestlers in the country. I'm sure he'll tell you that if you ask him, but as much as the man loves to talk, he is a master manipulator, a master of the mind game. The man knows every dirty trick there is to know within a wrestling ring, and he is more than happy to exploit every single one.
Ask everyone to settle down. Turn off my bless you all. I know you're full of sin, but it is now time to pray. Because my opponent weighs half of my weight. Do you know what that means? Can you do math?
That you're fat.
That means that I'm about to crush this young man's dream of becoming a New Zealand professional wrestler. Do you know what that means? That means if you cheer this fool, you are all stupid.
James, come on. Tell you what, you talk to some people who love the sound of their own voice. James Shaw is certainly one of them. But as much as the man is a master of manipulation and a master of experience in this country, he is in for one hell of a fight tonight. Joseph Kruz, someone that maybe won't be particularly familiar with. He's a relative newcomer to the New Zealand scene. Has been training since he was like 13 years old at a number of places around the country. Maniac United, IPW. Has exploded onto the scene over the last couple of years with some last couple of months I should say, with some massive matches against the likes of Spartan, the likes of Dorian and tonight, James Shaw, the divine savior himself. The young man is explosive, he is so talented, so clean in the ring, everything he executes is with purpose. While James Shaw might have the experience edge over Joseph Kruz, Joseph certainly has the heart. And he has the fight. He is not someone you want to overlook, and certainly not someone you want to take lightly. And the big thing is, you can scout James Shaw. His matches are all over the internet. Everyone knows who James Shaw is. But Kruz is a newcomer. He is so hard to scout. James Shaw, I don't think, he doesn't know what's coming to him. As much as we say that James Shaw's got to fight for him tonight, Joseph Kruz has one hell of a challenge with the likes of James Shaw. James Shaw, as I said, he's one of the most... Well, James, I'm not sure what chance he's expecting to answer that one. I don't know what answer you're expecting. Joseph Kruz, he might have heart, he might have explosiveness, but the mountain that is James Shaw is going to be one hell of a mountain to climb. But I tell you what, if anyone can do it, I believe in Joseph Kruz. Oh, and firing the first shot there, Joseph Kruz. Oh, and James Shaw said it in his opening, monologue there, that he weighs twice what Joseph Kruz weighs. And there you go, James Shaw quickly showing the young man that James Shaw has the power advantage. That's the big thing. I mean, James Shaw has the power advantage, he has the experience advantage, he certainly has the dirty tricks advantage. As much as I've talked up how much of James Shaw doesn't want to be overlooking his challenger here tonight, Joseph Kruz has got one hell of a night left for him tonight. But if Joseph Kruz can pull this off tonight, a will over James Shaw, and what a drop kick there, pushing the more experienced man back. Second drop kick, third drop kick there. Look at that, they're just stunning James Shaw, but James Shaw being baited back into the corner, and Joseph unloading on Shaw, I should say, with strikes and chops. Oh, and a kick right to the inside thigh muscle. Joseph there looking for that cutter, which he executes so beautifully. James Shaw has clearly seen that one coming and executes one hell of a suplex, shutting down the explosiveness of Joseph. You can see there James clutching the inner thigh there, clutching his leg. You get kicked hard enough on that leg muscle around the inner thigh, and God, it starts to knot up. It starts to really hurt. A couple of shots like that early on in the match from Kruz really could slow down James. Maybe Kruz is got a little bit of a strategy here. Attack the leg, chip away at James, and just weather the storm. Looks like James Shaw may be taking his opponent a little bit too lightly here, delivering 2 suplexes. Oh, and Kruz countering that 3rd suplex with a modified chokehold here. And Kruz has got this one in tight. James senses he is in extreme danger with this chokehold, gasping and clutching at the ropes. Kruz may have just found the answer to this match. We might be on the verge of the biggest upset in New Zealand wrestling. Not just this year, potentially this decade, if Kruz can topple Shaw. But again, the power and strength game of James may be a little bit too much for Joseph to overcome. Kruz just getting thrown over the shoulder of Shaw. Might not have been enough to beat Kruz, but to beat James, I should say. But that chokehold has certainly thrown him off his game. I think James was a bit flustered after that. I don't think he saw that one coming. There, James still clutching that leg. Oh, and again, as I said, Joseph has got a strategy here, attacking that leg. He's sensed that weakness that he opened up. 2 beautiful drop kicks right to the patella, and a 3rd one. And those drop kicks, they might sting, but God, if they hit you at the right point of that kneecap and bend the knee backwards, that can be absolutely devastating for this match. Shaw sensing the danger he was in, shutting down Kruz with a beautiful power slap. Kick out there by Kruz, but Kruz is clearly sensing a weakness there in James. He's clearly got a bit of a strategy. Targeting that leg, and look at the pain etched on the face of James Shaw. The strategy of Kruz is starting to develop, it's starting to work. Shaw a little bit slower on the offense there, and you might have seen him normally follow up a little bit quicker with this, having his opponent down like that, but James is clearly struggling with that left leg. Knotting up the thigh muscle with that beautiful kick right at the beginning of this match, the attacks of the knee of James. And again, Kruz lying in wait, beautiful drop kick to James. Kruz's strategy in this match is absolutely beautiful. James again sensed the cutter coming, muscling Kruz over that top rope, and look at the face of Kruz. I don't think even he sensed that one coming. God, that one looked like it was painful. The man is, I don't think Kruz knows where to clutch. I think everything hurts. Tell you what, I can't say I blame you. But this is a much needed break here from James. He's clearly trying to get the blood flow back moving in that knee and trying to get the blood flow back in that leg. Kruz sensing the referee's count now, up to 5, up to 6 now. Rolling right back in the ring, and James, I guess he's decided he needs a little bit more time to recover. But it's not just recovery time. I mean, look at the drop there, the drop. When you see Joseph Kruz stand up next to the ring, his head maybe only gets up to the 2nd rope at max. Joseph Kruz is being thrown over the top rope, so that's his own height, plus a little bit more. And Kruz isn't a short guy. And you can see the floor on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a mat floor, this isn't a squishing floor, this is just wood. And that hurts like hell to land on it. Referee's count now up to 9. Kruz breaking it at the last second. And James trying to throw Kruz over the top rope. Kruz blocking, low bridging James himself. James is over the top rope. And I don't know if you saw the face of that. The face of Shaw at that point. He looked stunned. Kruz now looking at, while James I think was satisfied taking a count-out victory, Kruz is maybe a little bit more prouder man than James is. Oh, and Kruz blocking whatever dastardly offense that James had in mind. Leading James straight into the ring post, and again the second ring post. Two ring posts that James has just slapped his face right into. If getting thrown over the top rope didn't do enough to put down James Shaw, two ring posts to the face sure as hell is. It doesn't matter how experienced you are in this game, doesn't matter how good a wrestler you are, you get your head slammed into a big metal pole twice, you're going to struggle to stand up. And it looks like James, again, breaking the count at the last minute. Beautiful offense there from Kruz. Kruz, beautiful DDT, and what a cutter! James back to his feet, he looks stunned though. Second cutter. James is on Dream Street now, he's staggering, I don't think he knows where he is. Third cutter! And James Shaw is down. Kruz, follow it up and etch your name in history. Kruz struggling to get to the pinfall. 1, 2, oh! Maybe the ring awareness there of James, or just sheer dumb luck. But close enough to the ropes to get his foot over. You had to know if Kruz was maybe in the center of the ring, if he was a little bit faster on that cover, we might have just seen the biggest upset of New Zealand history, New Zealand wrestling in the decade. But James, Kruz I should say, is not, he is not letting the disappointment of failing that cover get to him. Looking like he's looking to roll James Shaw over into a single leg Boston Crab. I think the back of Kruz just gave up a little bit there. And that little bit of weakness there from Kruz, that little stumble might have been all that James Shaw needed to kick Kruz off. And going for this, whoa, this is, oh my God! And Shaw, that aeroplane spin. And a heartbreaking 3 count for young Joseph Kruz. But what an awful landing on that aeroplane spin from Shaw, and I think Shaw knows he has been in an absolute war. James Shaw, maybe you'd normally see him on his feet, gas bagging to the crowd and celebrating with the people that he believes is his fans, but Shaw barely struggling to even get to his feet. That knee is in absolute agony. He might be the winner tonight, but I think James Shaw has just learned a valuable lesson again about respecting your opponent, because Kruz very closely at several points in this match looked like he had James Shaw's number. Joseph Kruz might have been on the losing end tonight, but I tell you what, he should be proud of himself. See James there praying to the divine light, praying to whatever holy being that he prays to. He knows he straight through this match by the skin of his teeth. Any other night this could have been Joseph Kruz's night, but tonight he goes to the more experienced wrestler, the divine savior James Shaw. Poor James, you can see him limping to the back. Wouldn't be much of an after party for James if he was going to go to one anyway. The man is clearly hurt, but as much of a battle as this is, he is still the winner.
Just been told I've got someone backstage that is wanting to come in the ring and have something to say. So let me introduce you. This is Franko!
For the last 5 months, I've been recovering from a torn MCL, sitting right over there at that desk, watching some of the best wrestling in New Zealand. People like the match we just saw of James Shaw and Joseph Kruz. Now over these last 5 months, I've sat over there and watched former tag partners get main event championship opportunities against Spartan. I've seen people come back to Q's Academy to get championship opportunities. And that kind of left a little sadness in my heart because I watched everyone else compete while I sat there and watched, and I thought, nah, that ain't gonna slide. So today I'm entering myself in that triple threat #1 contenders match. January 7th, 2024, I faced Spartan in this ring, at this venue, and I got 1 fall over him. Now when I win this fatal 4-way tonight, I will go on to face Spartan. If he beats Butler tonight, I will go face Spartan and get 2 falls on him. And I will be the next Hughes Academy champion. Thank you.
As we heard it, Franko is now entered into a match later on, and it would now become a fatal 4-way for the... Your following contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Nelson,
Hughes Academy was electric.
this is the C's AJ Murtagh.
It should be a very, very interesting match. AJ Murtagh, a man that New Zealand audiences and Hughes Academy audiences in particular have been very well familiar with. Bit of an attitude problem. Certainly, as you can see it from there, certainly doesn't endear himself to the Hughes Academy fans. Potentially maybe having a change of heart lately, but I don't know, from what I can see the guy is still as arrogant as he always is. Still as, I mean, you can see him right there, he loves to play with the crowd, he loves to talk to the crowd. AJ Murtagh is not a man you want to play like this. As much as he wants to get in his opponent's head, as much as he wants to talk trash, as much as I'm terrified he's going to grab the microphone right now.
And his opponent,
be a dangerous man in that ring that belt ring gets going. And this man tonight, the man AJ Murtagh challenged last month, Kokiri, the guy who's had a meteoric rise through the Hughes Academy ranks, has won match after match after match. His career took a little bit of time to get going before he really started to figure out his style and figure out his way of doing things. But he went on what he did the Road of Warriors. He challenged himself against some pretty fearsome opponents. And coming out of that Road of Warriors is a man that, he can call himself a warrior. Kokiri. Has challenged for the Hughes Academy Championship in the past and successfully, unfortunately. But you can hear from the crowd reaction, the crowd loves Kokiri's heart, they love his ambition, they love his enthusiasm. I'll tell you what, while AJ Murtagh is not a man you want to take lightly when the bell rings, Kokiri as well. When the bell rings, he is all business. The smile goes away and the foot and the fist start flying. Talk about being terrified that AJ was going to grab the mic. Well, that's an unusual time. Normally AJ is more than happy to talk into any microphone he sees. I think the fans are kind of happy about that. Here we go though. AJ Murtagh, Kokiri, two big, powerful men. The two, while both maybe have fairly equal size, very clashing of styles. AJ Murtagh much prefers a slower pace, a much more methodical, technical pace, looking to grind his opponents down with submission holds, but Kokiri loves to use the power game to his advantage. He loves to use striking to his advantage. It is deceptively fast when he wants to be. This could be a very, very interesting match. Both of these men, I think, normally quite more familiar with battling men who are much smaller than they are. So battling someone of equal size will be a bit of a challenge for both Kokiri and AJ here. See, while I sung the praises of AJ's technical ability right at the beginning of this match, Kokiri is clearly scouted there, going for a beautiful neck crank. Beautiful neck crack on AJ there, and you see his head immediately going beet red, because while Kokiri is not clutching the windpipe and is not cutting off the winds to AJ, that twisting motion in the head really can drive some extra pressure into that neck, drive some extra pressure into that head, makes it hard to breathe. Kokiri there, we talked about the power game, knocking AJ down with that back elbow. Told you earlier about the strikes of Kokiri, those two body shots and a big shot to the top of the head of AJ. And straight back to the head is Kokiri. He looks like he's got a bit of a game plan here. He's just cranking at the neck of AJ, now using this chin lock again, which you're tugging back on the opponent's chin, and it puts a lot of pressure on the front of the neck, but also the back of the neck, and it makes it incredibly hard to breathe, incredibly hard to recover. You see there AJ even struggling to get his feet under him, and to get out of a hold like this, you need to get your feet under you, you need to power out of the hold. But while AJ has been playing nice throughout this match, it never takes him long to resort to dirty tricks, and a thumb in the eye there of AJ. I was about to say getting your weight under your opponent and driving upwards is a great way to get out of a chin hold, but I'll tell you what, poking your opponent in the eye, possibly just as effective. Maybe more so. But AJ doesn't seem himself tonight. Normally he's a lot more boisterous, a lot more energetic, a lot more willing to talk trash at the audience and talk trash on the microphone. He almost looks like he's considering his actions and considering his strategy quite carefully here, although clearly the mind games are not below AJ. Mind games, still the AJ we know and love. We know and love to despise. Baiting Kokiri into the ring there, and one strike right to the back of the spine there, or to the center of the spine of Kokiri. Really stunned the big man. Oh! That hammer blow right to the spine where AJ stopped, following up the big elbow. Then you damage that tree trunk, that spine, the core of your body. Your extremities stop working, it makes it really hard to stand. The pain shoots through all of your limbs. And just a couple of big strikes to the spine can really do some serious damage. Can really make it, and what you can't move your extremities, can make it really hard to win a wrestling match. Talked about AJ then preferring the slower pace, looking to back off Kokiri. I think he's felt the sting of Kokiri's blows there. Looking maybe catch it. Oh! I was going to say catch Kokiri with a back elbow and a clothesline there. Speed of Kokiri. Managed to duck them. Wasn't able to duck that big boot. AJ was considering following up with some big strikes there, but took better of it. Matt Rhodes, our referee there, he'll give you a little bit of leeway, but he's not going to accept punching a man in the face. Now it's AJ's turn to be firmly in control there with the rear chin lock. And this is what I talked about earlier with AJ, trying to get the body weight below you, drive upwards, and Kokiri, the strong man, able to get to his feet. Takes a lot of the pressure out of the hold, takes a lot of leverage out of the hold. Kokiri able to fight his way out. Kokiri was able to get one up on AJ there, but AJ managing to catch him with a very quick uranagi. AJ catching Kokiri with that quick uranagi. I think that took Kokiri by surprise there, even to roll out of the ring to maybe catch his breath. AJ's strategy here has been flawless. He has attacked the spine of Kokiri so well. He has slowed down the match to the pace that he is comfortable with, and you can see Kokiri here is having to really change up his strategy. See the referee there maybe checking on Kokiri. Maybe drove his head into the mat, or mate, you're an argue. Kokiri looks like he's really struggling with something, and it could be all this damage that AJ's done to the spine of Kokiri. As I said, you damage the spine of a man, that really makes it hard to... As again, I'm so surprised by AJ's behavior here. He's not wanting to talk trash on the microphone. That's the second time now he's wanting to. He's considered punching Kokiri in the face and has reconsidered himself. You know what AJ was planning there. Again, he reconsidered whatever nasty maneuver he had in mind, and Kokiri taking full advantage of this, rolling up AJ and getting him. And Kokiri there managing to scrape up a victory from AJ. And AJ, who from the back half of this match, and maybe the halfway point of this match, was firmly in control of Kokiri with a beautiful strategy to attack the spine. But this hesitation that we've seen from AJ tonight has cost him the match. 2 times that he hesitated punching Kokiri, hesitated talking trash on the microphone, he hesitated with whatever that maneuver he had on considering Kokiri when he had him in the front guillotine maneuver.
And your winner, Kokiri!
I don't know what is running through AJ's head at the moment, but clearly he's thrown himself out of the match, whatever's bothering him. But Kokiri looks like he barely knows where he is, but the man is taken a beating from AJ, taking his licks from AJ, taking his punishment from AJ, but managing to counter out of AJ's mistake, counter out of his...
Contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from West Auckland, the limit breaker, Xander Taylor!
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have for you right now. We saw these 2 gentlemen last month at Kiwi Community Centre. Xander Taylor, the limit breaker, relative newcomer to the New Zealand scene. This is in fact only his 3rd ever professional wrestling match. But in his debut last month at Q's Academy, we saw this man topple JT Hollow. JT Hollow, former New Zealand professional wrestling champion. What an impact this man made last month. But I tell you what, you thought he was in for a challenge last month with JT Hollow.
And his opponent is the hero of New Zealand wrestling, the master of the universe, the custodian of the land. This is JT Hollow!
What I was saying there, sorry, Xander Taylor thought he was in for a challenge last month in his debut against JT Hollow, but this is a more motivated, angrier, and I think maybe a little bit more violent JT Hollow that we're going to see. Xander Taylor not only beat him, he disrespected JT Hollow, and JT Hollow is not a man to take that lying down. Oh, and we're talking about disrespect there. And not taking disrespect, JT Hollow straight in with the beginning of this match, laying in the shots. The music hasn't even stopped playing, and JT Hollow already unleashing the violence on Xander Taylor. Referee, bell's already rung, match has already started. The referee's going to have a hard time keeping these two men apart. Xander Taylor, the limit breaker, a man that we saw last month, capable of extreme violence, but as we well know from JT Hollow's past, a very violent man in and of itself. Two absolute bosses. And there we say the disrespect, the dirty tactics of Taylor. Thumb to the eye of Hollow, and a kick to the side of the head of JT. You have to do an awful lot to put a man like JT Hollow down, but one kick from Xander Taylor seems to have stunned the big man. Maybe not stunned him as much as he thought. Hollow firing back there with a kick to the midsection and a big chop. Oh, and what a shot there from JT Hollow. Hollow looking like he's just wanting to punish Xander Taylor, but again, thumb to the eye. Taylor taking every cheap shot on a punch to the back of the head. Sam Taylor taking cheap shot after cheap shot on JT Hollow there to try and get the upper hand. And to be fair to the young man, Hollow is an experienced wrestler. He is well traveled around this country. He's well decorated. Maybe taking cheap shots the best thing that Taylor can do to try and get advantage of the much more experienced Hollow. These two men going strike for strike for each other. I'm not sure you can punch a man in their head as many times as these two men have punched each other and still be standing, but these two men are going almost strike for strike with each other. It really shows the toughness of Hollow and the toughness of Xander Taylor. Oh, what a kick there from Taylor, keeping Hollow back in the corner. Taylor's got something big planned there. We got big European uppercut. And our first cover of the match. Not a particularly tight cover from Taylor there. Maybe didn't think he was going to win the match. Looking to force Hollow to expend some energy and send a little psychological message to Hollow that hey, I'm on top, buddy. But whatever message that pinfall was meant to send, it looks like it's woken Hollow up there. Vicious looking uppercut. Oh, followed up there Taylor with a flying forearm. I'd say the big man is down, but I'm not sure it's clear on which one the big man is. They're both big men. Taylor now firmly in control against a much more experienced JT Hollow. I tell you what, I'm quite surprised. I thought we were going to see Hollow. We did see him come out of the gates aggressively and violently, but he's looking like he's really struggling to figure out this Xander Taylor. Hollow not a man to lie down easy, fighting back constantly, but vicious neckbreaker there from Taylor. Hollow powering out at the referee said 2. It looked like it was 1, but who might argue with the ref? But Taylor, we saw it last month at Hughes Academy when Taylor got the win. And now Taylor looking like he's almost dominating JT Hollow. He might just have JT Hollow's number. Oh, and I was going to say a lariat, but it looked like Taylor just ran straight through Hollow. And there is not many men in this country can run through a man like JT Hollow and knock him down and live to tell the tale. What a disrespectful slap to the back of the head there from Taylor. Taylor's got to watch out, Hollow's a big man, he's a strong man, he's a tough man. These disrespectful little snippets at Hollow is only going to piss him off. It's only going to wake him up. He really needs to hit some really big offense here to put down Hollow. We're talking about big offense there. Hollow running into the back of the elbow there of Taylor. That's pretty big offense itself. Hollow kicking out again. As I said, this man is a former champion, former New Zealand professional wrestling champion is JT Hollow. You're going to have to do a hell of a lot to beat down this man, to beat him. Taylor's done it before, but Taylor's going to have to stay on the attack and utilize some big offense here against Hollow. But so far, Taylor's strategy of keeping Hollow grounded and chipping away at him with these vicious strikes seems to be paying off. Oh! And a running drop kick there from Taylor on Xander Hollow. Flustered after that. Brought Taylor onto JT Hollow. A little bit of inexperience there maybe from Xander covering JT Hollow very, very close to the ropes. Taylor, Hollow managed to kick out, but looked like his leg also got onto the top rope. Hollow not taking any chances, making sure the ref knew well he was out of that pinning predicament. Hollow looks stunned. The man looks almost out of it at the moment. I thought Taylor there was setting up that vicious back elbow. Spinning heel kick from JT Hollow. A man the size of Hollow, you don't see a men the size of JT Hollow leave their feet very often. But I tell you what, Hollow can move, he can fly. He is much more athletic than maybe his size gives away. He is a dangerous opponent, and it's looking like Hollow is looking to unleash that danger onto Taylor. Sorry. And I tell you what, I felt these strikes from JT Hollow before. They hurt like hell. They will put you out. And it looks like Taylor is dizzy on his feet at the moment. Oh, massive slam there from Hollow. This is Taylor's first time in the match on his back. I know Hollow's got to be hurting. His back's got to be screaming in pain. What is Taylor doing? This is the same strategy that Taylor used to beat Hollow last month. Taking the middle turnbuckle off, exposing what you can see there, that vicious steel ring. It looks like Taylor's found a strategy that worked for him last time and is looking to do it again. But Hollow has clearly watched his own match. He's clearly scouted that one. He knew that was coming. Taylor, the trick might have worked the first time, but ain't going to work the second. And Hollow with a vicious kick to the... Hollow, a little bit of turnabout being fair play there. Slamming Taylor right into that exposed turnbuckle that... And the cutie stomp from Hollow. Driving Xander Taylor into the match. Tight cover. And we see JT Hollow walking away with the victory. And what a victory. Hollow had to overcome some dangerous offense there from Xander Taylor and had to really overcome some very disgusting, dirty tactics from the big man. The former New Zealand professional wrestling champion.
And your winner. Contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Helensville, this is Dorian Weber.
Very interesting match we have for you tonight. It's scheduled to be a triple threat match between this man, Dorian Weber, Tommy Fusion and Trent Hoover, but earlier tonight we heard from Franko. His return from injury, his knee's feeling a lot better, and he has exerted himself into this triple threat match, now making it a fatal four-way match. So you have to feel that the game plan of a lot of these guys, like Dorian Weber and the other competitors in the match, Trent Hoover and Tommy Fusion, has just gone right out of the window. And how does that sit with a man like Dorian Weber, a man who is cold, is calculated, he is always bringing his intelligence into the ring.
And introducing second from Tongariro and representing Parlay Dojo, this is Trent Hooper.
Saying that the plans of all of these men have probably gone right out of the window with the inclusion of Franko. Dorian Weber in particular is cold and calculating, has definitely made some plans that will have to be re-evaluated. But this man here, Trent Hooper, another one that is a very interesting commodity in the match and possibly the dark horse to be the winner. Maybe not quite as familiar with the Hughes Academy audiences. Has only wrestled for Hughes Academy a small number of times, but is an absolute technical wizard. He is trained by the Fale Dojo.
Introducing third, fighting from Papamoa, he is the head dropper, the Sky Dropper. This is
Tommy Fusion, probably the crowd favorite to win this match. It's extremely well-traveled wrestler, former champion of Maniac United and Heathen Combat. Don't let the smiles and the happy-go-lucky attitude fool you. When the bell rings, this man is all business, and he's looking a lot more jacked than he normally is as well. Tommy's put his work in at the gym, but the man is tough as hell. He has got endurance like no other. He has got cardio and athleticism like no other. And the man can throw one hell of a kick. And that swinger DDT that he throws will put you down. If he hits the swinger, potentially that is a match ender in this match.
And introducing our fourth opponent, hailing from Hawke's Bay, this is Franko!
And the man that has potentially played spoiler for the other three competitors in this match, Jack Franko, recently returned from a devastating knee injury. I believe he tore his MCL and his ACL much earlier this year. He's put in a lot of work with rehab. He's been training hard. He's been going to the gym, and here he is in his first match back. And what an ovation from the Hughes Academy audiences. Clearly they've missed Franko, and I think we've all missed Franko. He's played spoiler for these four men. These three, the other three men, sorry. They thought they were going to be in there for a triple threat match and potentially made plans for a triple threat match. But, oh my God, straight away, Trent Hooper, right after Tommy Fusion. And I guess Trent sensing that Tommy Fusion was potentially the strongest man in this match. Looking to shut him off earlier. Dorian Webber potentially looking to do the same with Jack Franko. Looked like maybe... I was going to say potentially Webber and Hooper had maybe worked something out together. Tommy Fusion and Franko certainly haven't. Straight in there with a headlock. Beautiful leapfrog and an arm drag. Beautiful there by Tommy Fusion. Again there, arm drag to Jack Franko and follow it up with a beautiful drop kick. Dorian there trying to sneak up behind on Fusion. You're going to have to be getting up a lot sooner in the morning to... get one over on Fusion. Beautiful low drop kick followed by a drop kick to the head. Fusion's explosive offense is on fire in this match, and it could be the difference maker. But that's the biggest danger with a fatal four-way match or a triple threat match, a multi-man match. You've got to have your eyes on every single opponent, and now having a fatal four-way match, that's four people in the ring. And that's definitely just heard Tommy Fusion there with Trent Hooper throwing him into the post, but Franko looking like a sneaky win there on Dorian Webber. A quick roll-up. And Franko may have just returned from injury, but the man is tough. He knows how to win matches. His explosive offense, but speaking about explosiveness, here comes Trent Hooper. That devastating right hand. Trent, while Tommy Fusion might have the explosiveness and potentially the experience, Franko might have the toughness in this match. Webber might be the best of mind games, but nobody can hit harder than Trent Hooper. He is a vicious, nasty, hard-hitting man, is Trent. Looking like a little bit of continuation that we saw at the beginning of this match. Potentially Trent and Dorian working together. I don't know if this was going to be the strategy in a triple threat match, but it certainly looks like it's been the strategy for a fatal four-way. Trent laying in the boots on a Franko in the corner there, followed up straight away with Dorian Webber. We have not seen Fusion since he had his head slammed into that metal post. And Webber and Hooper now not letting Franko room to breathe. As soon as one's done delivering the offense, the other one's doing it too. And now splash after back elbow in the corner. Dorian Webber though, not a man you want to turn your back on. That was the maybe a short-lived alliance there. Trent's not going to take a disrespect like that lying down. And throwing a vicious knee straight into Dorian. What Hooper's got planned here. Could be a multitude of things with this man. Oh! Oh, and straight up to a pump handle power slam. You can see the pain etched on the face of Weber. Fusion looking like he's going back and forth there with Hooper, maybe looking for his dragon suplex. Hooper's clearly done his scout. Oh my God, what a urinary backbreaker there on a Fusion. And again, the danger of a multi-man match. Franko coming out of nowhere and breaking up the pinfall on the Hooper. And now Franko in control, maybe looking for his famouser. But Hooper saw the warning signs, maybe wasn't as dazed as he was letting on, and a devastating backbreaker. And this is now the third or fourth time that Trent Hooper has stood tall in this ring. Franko and Fusion might be the crowd favorite. Dorian might be the smart money favorite with his experience. Got to give it to Hooper. The man's viciousness and power is paying him dividends in this match. Oh, and what a suplex! Almost a delayed suplex there from Hooper. But Dorian lying in wait to break up that cover. Looks like the earlier alliance between these two, Weber and Hooper, is definitely over now with these two trading strikes. Tommy Fusion out of nowhere again! Comes the danger of a multi-man match when Fusion can come out of nowhere, take out two men with a back elbow, and now Fusion straight in control. This match is absolute chaos. Every one of these men have been in control at one point or another. Fusion looking like he's going to take advantage of I thought he was going to take advantage of him being the only one in the ring with a swinger. But Franko took care of that. Franko looking for his famouser. Hits the famouser. Franko maybe potentially winning this match. Well, it looked like he was potentially going to win this match, but Hooper, I don't know if the momentum took him out of that ring. Oh, that was a vicious, devastating dragon suplex there. Hooper, I should say, sorry there. Franko landing right on the back of his head. Pumping kick that Tommy Fusion loves to deliver. And Dorian Weber sneaking behind. No, come on, Dorian! And Dorian Weber sneaking in the win. The master of manipulation, the master of taking advantage of an opportunity. Again, Dorian Weber.
And your winner, Dorian Weber!
We now know Dorian Weber is the #1 contender for the Hughes Academy Championship.
And with the #1 contenders match,
that has got to be heartbreaking for Tommy Fusion. Tommy Fusion with the pump kick. You had to know that was a match winner for them. We've seen him beat a man like Phoenix Italian with that pump kick.
Dorian Weber just won the right to challenge for the championship. We will react Human RSA to see what he can do.
You had to have known Tommy Fusion had that match won with the pump kick. We've seen him beat men like Phoenix Italian with that new kick of his. The Dorian Weber, again, the master opportunist, the master of strategy, sneaking in, throwing Tommy Fusion out of the ring and getting the win for himself. It doesn't matter how you did it. He is now the #1 contender.
Introducing first, from Boston, England, this is Butler!
What an interesting match we have for you tonight. Butler making his return to Hughes Academy ring a number of months ago with, funnily enough, win a challenge against Spartan for the Hughes Academy Championship. That challenge was unfortunately unsuccessful. Unfortunately for Butler, unfortunately unsuccessful. But it looks like Butler's recovered himself. He beat Phoenix Italian last time we saw him here. to earn himself this earn himself the number one contendership match and earn this match against Spartan. You have to know Butler has taken the learnings from that first match with Spartan, the learnings from the match with Phoenix, is drawing on his own experience in the ring, his own experience with Spartan and with Kruz Academy, and he's coming prepared.
And his opponent is the current reigning, defending Youth Academy champion. Here's the last of the 300. This is
Speaking of prepared though, here is Spartan, the Youth Academy champion, the two-time Youth Academy champion, the first two-time champion that we've had. Spartan recently completed a tour of the UK, unfortunately where he lost his Youth Academy championship against Twitch. Over in the UK, managing to win it back a number of weeks later. And Spartan is looking to erase that stain from his record, erase that loss with a match against Butler tonight. Butler, as I said, has faced Spartan before. He must be coming into this match prepared with learnings that he's taken from that first match, learnings from his match with Phoenix Stallion. But no matter how prepared you are when you walk into the ring, Spartan is always a little bit more prepared. The man is a beast in the ring, he's a beast in training. He is a champion for a very good reason. The man is a very high ring IQ. As we even saw over in the UK where he lost the championship to Twitch, took those learnings and won the championship back a number of weeks later. Is a bit of a master of the mind game there. Loves to get in his opponent's head, loves to get in the crowd's face. But you can see from Spartan there, the man is unbothered. You have to wake up pretty early to throw Spartan off his game. He is a cool, calm, and collected man. But I tell you what, as soon as that bell rings, Spartan is all business.
Hold on, sorry. Did someone just call him a chicken? Hey guys, that's really not on, okay? Don't call him a chicken.
Spartan there, maybe using Butler's own tactics against him, riling the crowd up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Youth Academy Championship match right here, right now. The challenger from Boston, England, Butler! The current reigning, defending champion, the last of the 300, this is Spartan!
Spartan, what a proud champion he is. These two men are going to be coming in to make a statement. Butler's wanting to erase the loss that he had against Spartan a number of months ago. And Spartan is certainly looking to get himself back into his winning ways after his trip to the UK, which certainly unsuccessful there with his first match in the UK. I don't know if he's still trying to play the mind games and psych out Spartan there, or maybe trying to psych himself up. Finally, we're back in the ring. As said, these matches are 30-minute time limit. Go for a quick pinfall from Spartan. Out. The 30-minute timer for the match has barely started, hadn't even started, and we've got our first pull to Spartan. But Conan, our senior referee Conan, needs to get control of this match. Youth Academy rules state that a 30-second cooldown has to be in between falls. Conan reading the riot act to Butler. Butler knows full well there is a 30-second cooldown between falls. That was the quickest 30 seconds I've ever counted, but Butler relentlessly back on the attack, throwing Spartan's head straight into the ring post. Claiming that he wasn't ready. Well, Butler, if you weren't ready, you shouldn't have got back in the ring. Butler claiming he wasn't ready when he lost that first fall to a very sneaky quick roll-up there from Spartan. Very tactical move there by Spartan, getting himself one up on the match. Now Spartan only has to get one more fall on Butler in order to win. And if it wasn't bad enough that Butler lost the first time that he wrestled Spartan, it's going to be even worse now. Even worse now, but he's down one fall apiece within the first few seconds of the match. But Butler, vicious strikes on the outside. Oh my God! You can see Spartan there, immediately clutching his nose against, having his face slammed into that bench. And that bench is just solid timber. Hughes Academy match rules, it's count to a 20 on the outside of the ring. Butler wisely breaking up the pinfall at the count of 12. You can see there that Spartan's strategy there of getting that first fall on Butler so quickly. Not only has it got himself one fall up in the match, it has gone under the skin of Butler. Whether it pays off to be a good strategy or not, we'll see. Butler, I'm not sure how that works. I think the match has already started, mate. But Butler ringing the bell himself isn't how it works, but slamming a man's head into a wall, well, that might be a way to win a match. Spartan, apart from his roll-up right at the beginning of the match, he has not been able to get off the blocks here. He has not been able to fight back against Butler, and Butler has been absolutely relentless on Spartan. Butler, sorry, clearly feeling good now, looking to take the time and take his shirt off and taunt the crowd a little bit. Spartan much needed some recovery time at this point, trying to claw himself back to the feet, but his head being slammed into that ring post, being slammed into the wall, being slammed into the kitchen bench. The man has got to be absolutely dazed, going for a crossbody though. Butler managing to oh my God, the strength of Butler! The strength of Butler! I thought he was going to go for a fall-away slam there or something, but hoisting Spartan up for an F5. That is such impressive strength. And a 3 count. Butler with a violent and vicious attack on the outside of the ring, followed by an F5, has put Spartan down for this first fall. He's now even off the match. The match is now a sudden death. I mean, Butler, you had to have known this was 2 out of 3 falls. Otherwise, you'd have already lost the match. Butler claiming he's ready now after beating the hell out of Spartan on the outside of the ring and delivering a nasty F5. Again, the mandatory 30-second cooldown. The referee being a little bit stricter on this. And we're back in with our final fall of the match. The match is now in sudden death. Evened up at 1 fall apiece. And Spartan is again struggling to get out of the blocks with any offense. Butler, relentless, absolutely relentless on Spartan, driving him straight into that turnbuckle and that vicious strike to the back. And this is the pace. This is the pace that Butler normally likes. A slow, methodical pace where he can sense the weaknesses in opponents and pick them apart piece by piece. And this is also the weakness in Butler's game. Butler can help himself. He just has to taunt his opponents, taunt the crowd. But back on the vicious offense there is Butler. And you can see there what he's doing. Stomping the sternum of Spartan with those toe kicks. And I don't know if you've been hitting the sternum, ladies and gentlemen. It makes it really hard to breathe. And if you can't breathe, you can't win a wrestling match. Butler back on the offense there. Spartan managing to build up a bit of momentum, ducking those 2 lines. Back to the crossbody, and the crossbody paying off this time. First little bit of offense there. Stunned Butler, managing to only get a one fall. And maybe Spartan looking like a little bit desperate with some of this offense. Big cross body, a big drop kick. Looking like he was going to slam Butler, but Butler managing to find out with some vicious elbows from the top of the head. Not quite enough to stun the big man Spartan yet. Spartan straight off the middle turnbuckle with a shoulder block. Spartan managing to string together some big offense. And Butler just managing to muscle up at 2. Spartan now clearly has the big man Butler stunned. Looking like he's trying to psych himself up. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the spear at that point, but Butler clearly had that one scouted. Throwing Spartan right into that middle turnbuckle. And that looks padded, but that is just a steel ring, a steel hook. Covered by a very thin pad. You run into that at full speed, that padding's not going to protect you. And Spartan can tell you that. I'm sure his shoulder can tell you it. Butler, you're getting a 2 count off that suplex. But again, the suplex and the middle turnbuckle has put Butler firmly back into control of this match. And it looks like Butler going straight for the camel clutch. And this move puts so much pressure on your lower back. It is wrenching your lower back. Your entire abdominal muscles are being stretched right to the absolute limit. This is agony, absolute agony to your midsection. And add on to that, a man the size of Butler is weighing down on your lower back. The fact that Spartan is managing to fight out of this, just managing to get some leverage there. Creeping out the back door, and Butler looking for it. I thought he was looking for a German. Butler countering into a German suplex of his own. And you can see there, Spartan clutching the back of the head. This might be it. Spartan managing to weakly kick out at the last minute there. I think Butler knows that one more second, it was less than a second, buddy. Half a second more and that would have been your Hughes Academy Championship. But Butler, still the challenger. But as the challenger, laying in some heavy right hands into the forehead of Spartan. It looks like they just woken Spartan up though. 5 big shots and a big German suplex of his own. The strength of Spartan to get a man the size of Butler over his shoulder like that. And Butler, again, is stunned from that big suplex. Spartan looking like he's trying to fire himself back up, trying to fire the crowd, get the crowd behind him. Maybe looking for the spear that he has won so many matches with and delivering it. But Spartan a little bit slow trying to get to that cover, and Butler, that is absolutely heartbreaking. The second that Spartan took to catch his breath was all that Butler needed to try and roll himself under the bottom rope. And I don't know if he did that deliberately, I don't know if he did that on instinct, or if that was just an unfortunate play of the momentum. But Butler is still in this match, and that is going to be heartbreaking for Spartan. If he'd just been a little bit quicker under that cover. Butler there trying to collect himself after that spear. Spartan looking like he's not going to give Butler the satisfaction of catching his breath back though, with an axe handle to the back of the head. Oh, and slamming Butler forehead first into the ring. Right into the steel corner of that ring as Spartan's getting a little bit of revenge there from the earlier offense there from Butler. But Butler has not moved from that strike to the steel corner of the ring. And that's all the corner of the ring is. It is a steel frame. Oh, but I think Butler might have been playing possum there. Driving the lower back of Spartan straight into that corner. And following it up with a very heavy strike. You see the face of Spartan there. He is in absolute agony. Agony from those shots to the lower back. Butler, a little bit of revenge there, slamming Spartan's forehead right into the top turnbuckle, into the ring, I should say, sorry. And look at the face of Spartan. He looks out of it. He looks in absolute agony. The man is trying to breathe through some serious pain at this point. Butler has put an absolute beating on Spartan and following up with some vicious shots to the top of the head. If Spartan wasn't on dream speed already, he sure as hell is now. Butler rolling Spartan in. He just has to go for the pinfall, and you have to know this match is going to be over. But as I said earlier, the weakness of Butler's game and the weakness of Butler has always been the man just can't help himself. Just pin Spartan. Pin Spartan and the championship is yours, Butler. But the man cannot help himself. He just has to gas bag with the crowd. He has to yell to the crowd. He has to taunt his opponent. It looks like that time taunting didn't give Spartan enough time to recover. Oh, and a vicious running power slam there from Butler. Maybe Butler didn't know what he was doing. And this has got to be it. We've got to be looking at a new Oh! I was about to say we're looking at a new champion, but Spartan getting his shoulder up at the last second. Last second, Spartan still in this match physically, but if you look at Spartan's body language, maybe not emotionally. Maybe I spoke a little bit too soon there. Spartan maybe goading Butler in. Beautiful enziguri, beautiful running cross shoulder block. Running for another. Beautiful shoulder block there from Spartan. Spartan trying to string some momentum together, trying to fire himself up a little bit. His back has got to be in agony. He's got to be seeing stars after these heavy strikes from Butler. And Spartan punishing Butler with a big slam. Looking for a pinfall. Remember, this match is one fall apiece at this point. And you can see the reaction there of Spartan. He knows he's in danger. He knows he's in pain. And he was really banking, had to be banking on that scoop slam, being a game changer for him. He might have delivered the move, but picking up a man the size of Butler puts so much strain in your lower back. The lower back was just taking so much punishment. Spartan trying to fire himself, trying to get himself in this match. Oh, I thought Butler getting his knee up, but Spartan had the countered. My God, the strength and the toughness of Spartan hoisting Butler onto his shoulders after his already injured back, going for an F5. This is the move that got Butler his first fall, and a second fall there to Spartan. Spartan winning the match. Desperation F5 there, and how poetic. How poetic is that? Butler delivering the F5 to get the fall on Spartan.
And still champion, this is Spartan.
As you said there, how poetic. Spartan losing the first fall to an F5 from Butler, but using Butler's own maneuver to secure the final fall of this match and retain the Hughes Academy Championship. Look at the face of Spartan. He is feeling so much relief at this point. This match could have easily gone Butler's way at several points. Butler was in firm control several parts of this match. He's clearly taken learnings from his previous encounter with Spartan and his encounter with Phoenix Hellion. But tonight, still the tenacity, the toughness, and the heart and willpower of Spartan is enough to carry him today. Spartan with a much-deserved celebration with the crowd that loves him so much. Still proudly your Hughes Academy champion, Spartan.
I don't know if I'm going to roll him out.
What a champion we have. He is a man of the people.
I don't know if I'm going to spike big enough.
A man of the people is Spartan.
Spartan, everyone! Your champion!
And what a champion.